Welcome to the next segment of educational videos brought to you by Listos, California. My name is Brandon Stewart. I am your Siskiyou County Listos Facilitator.
And my name is Philip Moeller, your Tehama County's Listos Facilitator. There's not one plan that will work for everyone. Everyone's circumstances and needs are different, so you need to think about your needs and create a plan that meets them. You know your situation best. Think about the items, if left behind, would make you more dependent on others. So for example, there are a lot of different items that, if left behind, such as your glasses, your hearing aid, maybe a CPAP machine or walker, that you want to make sure that you set a reminder, maybe next to your go bag or next to your medications, that remind you to bring those with you when an emergency strikes. Make sure that your information and reminders are in your plan that are not only in the language that you're most comfortable with, but also in font large enough for you to read. If for any reason you need to take longer to prepare to evacuate, think about leaving early.
Keep a checklist near your go bag of other items to bring if there's time and space. Consider the evacuation order. Now, many times they'll give you a limit on when you need to get out. They say you need to evacuate your house within 5 minutes. Think about the items you would consider grabbing if you had 5 minutes. You might have time to grab your go bag and a wedding album. Now, if you had 15 minutes, maybe you might be able to collect some family photos from the wall. 30 minutes, you can consider grabbing maybe a jewelry box or some other precious family heirlooms that you love. This will ensure that the most important items in your house do not get left behind.
Some other suggestions to keep in mind when creating your plan include knowing the best way in and out and all evacuation routes, not only from your home, but all other places that you regularly visit. Make sure emergency supplies are easy to access and near an exit. If your go bag is under the bed or in a closet with things piled on top of it, it will not serve its purpose when it is needed. Create a network of family, friends, and others who will assist you during an emergency. Share your disaster plan with them. This includes anyone that is a part of your plan at all. For example, if you're going to call a family member and let them know that you are safe, that family member is now a part of your network and should be involved not only in the creation of your plan, but the practice of it as well. Make certain emergency contacts have keys that are well marked to indicate what they are for. This will aid in relieving any unnecessary stress trying to find the proper key for the proper item. Consider friends or family outside of the immediate area as emergency contacts. If your emergency contact is likely to be affected by the same disaster as you, they might not be a good option. If you're reliant on others for transportation, please plan accordingly. Try to coordinate your disaster plan with a neighbor who drives. Keep copies of important documents and pictures stored with loved ones or electronically. Copies can act in the place of the originals in some cases and aid in obtaining replacements. Many people will not leave without their pets. Unfortunately, this has cost many people their lives. Your animal's life is not more important than your own. Your animal is more likely to survive without you than you are to survive by going back for it. Now, that being said, there are things that you can do now to try and prevent from making that kind of a decision. The most important is to include your pets in your emergency plan. Keep in mind that not all shelters accept pets. You will need to plan for alternatives. Make sure that they have supplies as well, possibly even a separate bag for their needs. Be sure that your pets are well practiced with your plan and familiar with the method that you will be using to get them out safely with you.
Practicing your plan with your network and your pets is the best way to ensure your safety during an emergency. The topic of our next video will be go bag supplies. Follow us as we create a stronger community together.